I've had a dealer's license in Florida, I've had a dealer's license in New Hampshire at multiple locations, and I'm getting my dealer's license again in Florida on a budget. And in this series, I'm gonna update you on so many things because it's been almost 6 months. Now, there are a lot of hoops to jump through. There is so much red tape, and I created this series to show you how you can get your own dealer's license, how you can start a dealership on a budget, and everything that you have to do to get there. And in this video, I am telling you it is jam-packed with 4 months of information, everything I've done this far, and we're going to submit our dealer's license finally. So how do you do it? What do you need to do? What are the requirements, and how much is it gonna cost? That's what today's video is about. We're finally almost there, and I'm gonna show you everything we're doing up to date. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Join me while we get a dealer's license. So I am at my regional DMV or tax collector. The DMV, the Department of Motor Vehicles, or the RMV, Registry of Motor Vehicles, in every state is very, very similar, and the requirements are very similar too. We need a location, or we had a location, and then that location fell through, so we found a second location. Then you need the appropriate insurances, the appropriate bonds, you need to submit your application, you need to take a course. All of those things we're doing in this video. I'm gonna show you step by step how we do it. So if you've been watching this series, there's more information in this one video than all of the other videos combined. And at the end, hopefully I have that dealer's license to show you. But again, there's so many things that we've been up to for the past 6 months, and I'm gonna show you step by step what we've been doing. Now, I just officially submitted my license, so I am gonna flash back all the way to the beginning to show you what we've been up to and what we've had to do to get us to this point where my application has finally submitted. So after countless text messages and phone calls to my state license examiner and no response, I actually realized I could email him as well. I emailed him and he responded the same day with a dealer site pre-inspection checklist. So this is essentially my dealer's license application. Now you can see here for existing dealerships only. Now I am not an existing dealership. I am going to be an independent motor vehicle dealer. I own a corporation. You can see here the FEID number, my driver's license, proposed name of dealership is Flying Wheels Auto Sales, and then we're gonna type in the location, and you can see down here, like, this is the entire application. So we'll go right down this application, not on video because it's gonna just be time consuming. Now let me show you what else I've done. So now we are on the state of Florida business website. We have a profit corporation, but we're just gonna search records this time. So let's search records and we'll type in name. So we'll just go Flying Wheels. Oh, look at that. Flying Wheels LLC is active. Flying Wheels S Corp. Flying Wheels Auto Sales Inc. is active. And Flying Wheels Media. So Flying Wheels Auto Sales. Click on that, and there we go. We are live and active with a principal address. Now we are going to go to irs.gov, and we're going to apply for an EIN number, an employee identification number, or a tax identification number. We're going to get ourselves a new tax ID number, which is similar to an LLC as well. I want to start a new business. Identity. I am the president. Street. It was Florida. We are a retail store, just to double check. Yes, we are a retail store. So does it happen this fast? Do I get my tax ID this fast? I forget. Submit EIN request. Your application's being processed. And just like that, congratulations, your EIN has been successfully assigned. Did I already get my EIN though? I did! I already have my EIN. Wow, I can download it and everything. It's legit, legal, and real. It's instant. That was awesome. Now, in my email, the trooper, I keep saying trooper, the compliance examiner reached out to me and said, please obtain a zoning letter from the city stating that the property is zoned and allows for used car sales. Complete the pre-site checklist attached and forward back to me along with photos via email scan. So I ran to the town hall. I'm gonna insert that clip right now. As you can see, I'm at the city hall. Call after call after call for 2 weeks straight. No return calls, no call, no text backs. I sent one email. I was responded back to the same day. So I was just going about it the wrong way. And I got a State of Florida Department of Highway Safety Motor Vehicles dealer site inspection checklist, one of which has to come from City Hall. In the email, it states I have to obtain a zoning letter from the city stating the property is zoned and allows for used car sales. Complete the pre-site checklist attached and forward it back along with photos via emails scanned. Super easy. Hey, how you doing? I have a question. I've been going back and forth with a DMV compliance officer, and he was looking for something from me and said I may be able to get it here. A zoning letter from the city stating a property is zoned to allow for used car sales.
You have to do it online.
Oh, this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So right on there on the portal, you have to fill out the information, come to them, and then they'll send it out.
Okay. Am I applying for a permit or just?
No, it's
Okay.
just the letter. Everything is done. All requests and permits and everything are all done online.
Good, done for my office. Okay, great, even easier.
Okay?
Thank you very much. Have a nice day. I actually don't mind coming here because this is the view, and sometimes I could take my boat here. So a phone call would have saved me 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but I got out of my house, out of my office, and now I can do it tonight when I'm laying in bed. And now that I know I don't have to do it from the town hall, I did it last night already, and it took me 5 minutes, but there's a kicker. So as you can see, I'm registered with the state of Florida and also the IRS now. That was all done in honestly under 30 minutes, but to register with the state, I had to wait maybe 2 days to get the articles of incorporation sent back to me. Now, I submitted a zoning application yesterday, which was incredibly simple on my town website. I did it last night in under 5 minutes. I entered the address. I already know it's approved for auto sales because there's one at the end unit of the building. But in order to get a letter, I got an email this morning asking for $100. They gotta get their money, so I paid $100 for a zoning fee for them to send me an email. It could take up to 10 days. So as of right now, I'm at a standstill. I have to wait 10 days, up to 10 days, to get the zoning letter over to me. In the meantime, we can get our surety bond, we can get our insurance, and we can plan out and tape out the office and get the dimensions of the building. $1,000 is a deal. 2,000, I don't want it. 15's a great deal. $1,000. $1,100. He said, yeah, $1,100. Last call. $1,000. I hope I get it. $1,000. He said, total number. Nice. There is a lucky number. Number 143. 143. Number 39. I just bought a $1,000 car with 100,000 miles. What a freaking deal that was. Hey, while I'm here, I want to go over something. A few years ago, I created a program called StartYourDealership.com, which is basically a guidebook from start to finish on how to get your dealer's license. So yeah, I have a YouTube channel that I think is also called How to Get Your Dealer's License. But my course, the program, no fluff, none of like all the back and forth auctions. It is like, here's your roadmap, here's the step-by-step guide, not to just get your dealer's license, but how to start your business, find your location, get your insurance, how the auction works, what you should look out for, how you finance customers, what programs you should and shouldn't use, how to even photograph cars, down to the like every detail. It's pretty cool. We have private Facebook groups that you can join and ask questions into. If you want to check it out for yourself, learn how to get your own dealer's license, honestly, you would have paid for that course in the profit you made off that Ultima if you bought it. StartYourDealership.com. There is a link down below if you want to check it out for yourself and join our program and get your dealer's license and buy like I buy. Dealer license issues. So it has been since September, October, November, it is December. So it's been 4 months, approximately 4 months, part-time trying to do and jump through all the hoops to get my dealer's license. I am ready. Last week I took a 16-hour dealer training class online. I had to put it at 1.75 speed because he was speaking so slowly. So I got through it in, I don't know, 12 hours instead of 16 hours. But I got a 96 out of 100. I am done. So I've been ready to go for a week and a half, ready to submit my license. It's towards the end of the year, and I really want to get it submitted. And I've been reaching out to my compliance officer, text, email, phone. He is MIA, does not respond to a single thing. I just found out today because I didn't want to like call over him, reach out above his head. So I've been holding off, but I just need to get in touch with somebody. So I called the West Palm Beach office and they actually said he's been out of the office for a few weeks. So I was just forwarded over to another compliance officer, and as I left a voicemail, it hung up on me. So it is honestly, going through the hoops of getting everything has been the easiest part. It's getting in touch with people that is the most difficult part. And I don't think that's a Florida thing. I noticed that in New Hampshire. I noticed that like everywhere. It's when you're working with like the government, everything is just a little bit slower. And it's not a single person's fault. I think it's just they're busy. There's red tape. There's all kinds of stuff. So I'll try again. We're going to try to call one more time and leave a voicemail or text or get a phone number to somebody, because I've been ready for a week and a half. I want this license before the end of the year, and it's not going to happen now.
Welcome to the Motorist Services Office, South District. Wait while I transfer your call. Support Motor Services, how can I help you?
Hey, good afternoon, good morning. I was just on the phone with somebody, and they transferred me to a compliance officer, but I was accidentally disconnected. I was wondering if you can get me in touch with the compliance officer in my area. I was trying to submit a dealer's license application.
Yes, I was the one who spoke with you. As I had said, not in. I was transferring you over to...
Okay.
If he is unable to answer right now, they are doing inspection. You might have to leave him a voicemail. I can give you his phone number as well.
Yeah, that would be great. I was actually just about to, and then my phone hung up. And what was his name? Thank you so much again.
Yep, one moment.
It's just disconnected again. This is what's been happening. At least I got his phone number this time. I'm going to send him a text directly. This is constantly what's been happening for months and months, like emails, texts, phone calls. I get either disconnected or just zero responses. So that is where the biggest delay has been. And it's not my compliance officer. He doesn't even know I'm calling him. I'm going to send him a text and hopefully we hear back like within a day or two. I don't know. That'll be the next clip, I guess. So I have a text message that I'm sending. Hi, my name is Craig. I was previously working with another compliance officer regarding my new dealer's license application. I have since been given your phone number. I have everything in place, all approvals, insurance, bond, class, etc. I'm ready to submit my application. Could you help direct me in the right place for the next step, please? Done. Sent in a text message. So now we just wait again. I really wanted this done before the end of the year, and I don't know how long the process takes on the back end. Once the license is submitted, how long does it take? Which we will find out.
Like you said, if everything is in order, and it will be easy for me to go through it, and then I can move it to the next level, and once it goes there, it normally takes a couple of weeks for them to process it.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay?
Really
It's been my
appreciate it.
pleasure.
All right. Have a great
Be
day.
safe out there.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
That was awesome. So the compliance officer called me back today, like 4 hours later, so that's great. I think I have a new compliance officer, so I might have just been emailing somebody that was either on vacation or sick, or I don't know their backstory, and it's not my business. But I got in touch with the right person, and he said if I submit everything tonight, it'll be a matter of weeks, like probably into the new year, like right around the beginning of January is the turnaround time. So once you submit everything, if it's all in order, nothing's missing, it's just a couple weeks and you have your license and plates and all that stuff. So we are there. We're there. That's awesome. Cool. So in order to submit my dealer's license, I did need to change my new address. So because I registered everything in that previous location, everything has to be changed. But in the state of Florida, it's really not that difficult. I go to Sunbiz and I can change my physical address to the new address. It's very simple. And there we go, change submitted, and now we just have to wait to get confirmation. Now in some cases, depending on the year, like right now is November, had this been January, we'd have to file a new annual report for 2026, so I just changed the address in my annual report. That's done in almost every single state. So if your annual report is due, just file an annual report with your updated email address or contact address or physical address, all of which is very simple. But now we also have to do it with the IRS and the post office. So I just drove 45 minutes so I can get fingerprinted today and have it sent off to the FBI for a background check. So that is what I'm up to. Our next step is at the UPS store where we get fingerprinted.
Indicates the prints have been captured. Please verify that these prints meet the quality standards covered in training.
We are not the hospital, okay?
It's the quality standards covered in training.
Looks like I'm done. So that's it, on to the next step. Now it typically does require 2 forms of ID. I have a passport and a driver's license, so make sure you don't forget both forms of photo identification. The last step to acquiring my license is finally in. Flying Wheels Auto Sales is going on the door, and we have a sign out in the road, which I'll show you in a minute. That was the last step before the inspector will come out, check my location, and then approve or decline. There's no reason you should decline, but approve, hopefully, fingers crossed, this facility and Flying Wheels dealership. Voila, there we go. And then if we check out right here on the highway, boom, bottom middle, Flying Wheels Auto Sales Inc. Official. We're almost there. So our signage is up on the road. Our signage is up on the door. There is a pre-inspection checklist that I need to do for the state trooper before he comes out. So he needs me to email him all of the requirements prior to him approving and actually coming out. Now, I already have my bond. I already have my insurance, which is probably too soon. He should have had to come out first before I actually pay, because I paid for my bond for this year, 2025, and for 2026. It probably wasn't necessary yet. I also am paying for my garage keeper's liability insurance, which is probably preemptive as well. So it's costing me about $193 a month, and I don't even have my license yet. So I don't think I actually needed that until the code enforcer and the inspector actually gives me the okay. So here's the email that I wrote so far, and I want to show you how it's organized. So I wrote him an email that said, "Hey, we spoke a few months ago regarding a new dealer's license. Attached are the requested requirements in order as written below. I currently have my business registered with the state of Florida, my bond and insurance as well. Please let me know if you have any questions, if you need to do a visual inspection, or what I will need to do next. I really appreciate your time." And then right here, you'll see pre-inspection checklist, zoning approval from my town, 2 photos of the office from entrance of unit, parking spaces in front of business, parking for employees and customers, front of location exterior, both adjacent businesses, left and right with a concrete barrier, business signage from public road, business signage from public right-of-way, posted hours of operation. Now, there is a problem that could absolutely F me. I registered this business at the original location, and if you've been following the series, you know that I partnered up with somebody. He was transitioning out, I was transitioning in. I registered my business, my tax ID number, everything at that location. Our partnership didn't work out. So I left and got my own spot without anybody else's baloney and headaches. The problem is the state of Florida, I just called, takes 2 to 3 months to change my address. So even though I submitted everything online, it hasn't posted on Sunbiz yet because it takes 2 to 3 months. Now, it took 2 weeks for it to post when I registered the business, but it's going to take 3 months for them to change my address. So if this trooper approves it and looks at my registration on the Sunbiz website, he's going to see it's the wrong address. That is the only hiccup that I can really see as of right now. So I'm going to hit send, and now I think it's just a waiting game. We just wait. That's it. Now I'm just about ready to send my pre-inspection application. You can see I have view of the office from the entrance. I have my neighbor, my parking in the front, my neighbor on the other side. We have my sign on the road. We have my sign in the window. We have the front of the building. We have employee and customer parking pictures. We have my door with hours of operation and a close-up hours of operation. Everything's attached. We should be good to submit this. And I am going to hit send right now, and it will officially begin in 3, 2, 1. Done. All right, check out all my Disney videos. First of all, my whole Disney collection. Second of all, I know I'm wearing glasses, and it makes me look 10 years older. Third, my dealer application license is right here. I'm finally ready to submit my application for my license. I started this process in September. It is now January. That's how long it took, and not because I was procrastinating. I did everything I needed to do on time. The problem is you have to wait for the insurance letter to come in. You have to wait for the approval from the county to come in. You have to wait for the state to send you your articles of incorporation and the IRS to send you your tax ID number. And then after that, I think my compliance officer quit or got fired, and I got a new compliance officer who is unbelievably friendly and helpful and calls me with everything. Like, "Hey, Craig, I got your email, but you're missing this." He's so helpful. Everything I need is right here. I am going to my shop tomorrow for our final inspection. So I'm going to meet the compliance officer and hand in all of this. So the first thing we have is our license application. It's this thick, and it had to get notarized. Then it's my articles of incorporation, and that I had to do a change of address because it didn't work out in my first location. So this had to state the new address. So luckily it's 2026, and I was able to file an annual report, which gives me my new address on file. I have my EIN, my tax ID number, or employer identification number, which you can get on your IRS website after you have your business registered with your state. I have my sales and use tax number, which I got from the state of Florida Department of Revenue, which that took a little while to come back. Then I have my county's approval letter. That took a couple weeks to get back. They were actually pretty quick about it, but it still took a little while. I have my business lease. This was probably the most difficult, was finding a commercially zoned for dealers location. So I have my lease. I have my dealer bond right here. I have my Florida insurance, garage liability insurance right here. I have my certificate of completion for the 16-hour dealer course online. I had to watch 16 hours of a dealer course, and he was a really, really slow talker. And then I had to get fingerprinted and a FBI background check as well. So all of it is in place. This is ready to be submitted tomorrow, and we get to meet the compliance officer and then hopefully get our Florida dealer's license so we can start making some real cashola, start making some real money instead of just wholesaling cars at dealer auctions. So that's it. Next scene will be our shop. Oh, I should say I am incredibly organized. So each one of the requirements is separated and stapled together. I could use paper clips, made it a little easier for him to separate. But I also had to email all of these to him multiple times in PDF form and photos. And if you look right here, I had to send photos of my office, and I labeled each one pick office 2, in front of the garage, employee customer parking, front of building, side of building, adjacent to the right, my business sign on the door, and then all the other documentation. So there's 18 different attachments in this email. So he had to review those and then call me and say, okay, I'm ready to come meet. And it was like right before Christmas. So it's been 3 weeks of just waiting now because it's a new year and it was a holiday. But I guess the point is, be organized. Make everything as easy as possible. Every photo was labeled office, adjacent right, adjacent left, employee parking, customer parking, sign. Every one of these pages is highlighted with like EIN highlighted, articles of incorporation highlighted, insurance highlighted. So as soon as you look at it, you go, oh, okay, nice. That's what this page is. Okay, that's what this page is. Not that they won't find it, but it makes it easy for them and then makes it easy for me. They don't go looking for things. They don't call me. And also, I think they just will appreciate it more. If they appreciate that more, they'll appreciate me more. At least that's what I'm hoping. It is the day I submit my dealer application. Today's date, January 9th. I started September 15th, October 15th, November 15th, December 15th, basically January 15th. 4 months total. It's just because everything has a process. It's not like anything took really long. It's one step, then to the next step, then to the next step. It's 9:25 a.m. I had a 10 o'clock appointment with the compliance officer. He's actually there. He's been there since 9:15. So I'm on my way. I'll be there in 2 minutes. And we get to see if everything's approved. It should be. I think all my ducks are in a row. We'll find out in like 1 minute. Oh, geez. He's already out there walking around doing his inspection. Why am I so nervous? I did everything I was supposed to, and he seems like a really nice guy. In and out in under 10 minutes. I have to write a $300 check to the Florida Highway and Safety Motor Vehicles. And he said 3 plates shouldn't be a problem, so 3 dealer plates is good. And like that, we should be all set. He said it could take up to 30 days, though. Thank you for being thorough. Appreciate it very much. See you later. Bye-bye. Thank you. So in the next video, this should be a licensed dealership. We will have our dealer's license out of here. I'm going to paint all the walls, then paint all the floors. I think I might go black on all the walls and the ceiling, and then go epoxy the floors. Then we can get our toolboxes in. What was that? I just saw something. Oh, a lizard. Anybody else see that, or was that just me? So we can epoxy the floors and just make this presentable. And then do I remove the office and make the office right here, which I feel like is just more convenient. People walk in and the desk is right here versus like, hey, maneuver through all my cars into the back office. And then I can open that wall up too and have more space for parking. I think that's what I might do. But no matter what, it has to be 10 by 10. So it's probably there to here. So like out and over would be the office, I think, and I'll put up like a knee wall or something. At the beginning of this video, I was at this same location submitting my license. Our license is submitted, and I can already tell you we've had some more hiccups, some more issues, some more problems, some more red tape that I have to cut through. It's not that this is a difficult process, it's that there are so many moving parts and everybody needs something from me. So this person needs something, and to get this thing, you need to go talk to that person, and that person needs this thing. It's a lot of like Lego pieces, and if you get too far in the Lego and you're missing a piece, you have to undo everything to go back to figure out what piece you're missing and then start rebuilding from there. That's the best way I can explain what's been going on for almost 6 months. So in the next video, part 2, I can already tell you that we have overcome those problems. We have submitted our dealer's license. I've already gone to the DMV in West Palm Beach, and also we started buying cars. That's gonna be our next video in this series. And then I hope at the very, very end, we're gonna actually have our license. And then we're done. We can start selling cars and bringing that cashola before tax time. So thanks for watching. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. I always appreciate the support, and I hope this video was helpful. If it was, a thumbs up's really appreciated. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Adios. Big things happening today at Flying Wheels. I want you to pay attention to what my shop looks like right now. Storage warehouse, because it's costing me now $1,000 a month. Originally it was like $150 a unit, and they just keep increasing the price. So we found a much better place that we can park cars that's nearby, and it's less expensive. I found a place by accident just because the world offered it to me. So pretty neat. Welcome to our new facility. This is where we park everything. This is our overflow.